rally in St. Louis, Donald Trump lamented that nobody wants to hurt each other anymore. Look, he said it right here.
Nobody wants to hurt each other anymore, right? And they're being politically correct the way they take them out. So it takes a little bit longer. And honestly, protesters, they realize it. They realize that there are no consequences to protesting anymore.
This is the core of Donald Trump's ideology. The protesters who interrupted his rally, the political correctness that kept police from cracking their skulls, and the media that always seems to take their side, this is what is keeping America from being great again. We used to be strong and tough, and we didn't take shit from anybody. Now we're weak, and we're sensitive, and we're politically correct, and we take shit from everybody.
I love the old days. You know what they used to do to guys like that when they were in a place like this? They'd be carried out on a stretcher, folks. I'd like to punch him in the face, I'll tell you.
Trump's core question to his supporters, to the country, is how are we going to beat China if we can't even shut down a protester? How are we going to crush ISIS if we're so afraid of hurting people's feelings? Violence is scary, but violence as a political ideology is something different. It is something terrifying. And that's where Trump and Trump's campaign has gone. This is Donald Trump's promise to his supporters. You protect him, you do what's necessary, and he'll protect you. He'll pay your legal fees, he'll back your lie. That's his promise. You protect him and he'll protect you. He'll use his money, his power, his anything. If they fix this problem, he will make sure they don't pay any consequences for it.
So if you see somebody getting ready to throw a tomato, knock the crap out of them, would you? Seriously. Okay? Just knock the hell. I promise you, I will pay for the legal fees. I promise. I promise.
But months later, Donald Trump made good on that promise. At a rally of his, an African-American protester was being taken out of the building. And while he was being taken out, and you can see it on the video, he was sucker punched by a Trump supporter.
Yes, he deserved it. The next time we see him, we might have to kill him.
Completely cold-blooded assault. That Trump supporter has been arrested. He's been charged with the crime. And Donald Trump was asked on one of the Sunday shows, would he pay for this man's legal fees? And here's what he said.
It's possible you could help him with legal fees if this man needs it.
I've actually instructed my people to look into it.
The great mistake the media makes with Donald Trump is that he doesn't have an ideology, that he's just some kind of reality star or celebrity or carnival barker. But he does have an ideology. He is a nationalist. At the core of any appeal like that is a very simple equation. The us must defeat the them. That's it. That is the core of nationalism. And there's a reason nationalistic appeals like that easily lend themselves to violence. What Trump supporters hear at his rallies is that America used to be great and its greatness has been taken away. And they're told why. They're told who took it away. Those protesters, the Chinese, the immigrants, the Muslims. They're told that the reason these losers, these outsiders are being able to drag America down is that we are letting them. We are letting these protesters stand up and interrupt our rallies. We are letting the Mexican government give us this terrible deal. And they're told what they need to do to stop it too. That they need to be tough again. They need to believe again. They need to not be so politically correct. And that if they're willing to stand up and do that, Donald Trump will have their back. He'll pay their legal fees. There is an authoritarian impulse in America. There always is, there always has been. And now they have found their leader. And he is telling them exactly what to do and why they need to do it. This is ugly, but it is coherent. What Donald Trump is offering is an argument and a solution, an explanation and an ideology. What he's saying isn't unclear, it's not confusing, it might be dangerous, but it is extremely, extremely clear.
Honestly, can I be honest with you? It adds to the flavor. It really does. Makes it more exciting. I mean, isn't this better than listening to a long, boring speech?
And this is why Donald Trump is something new and something scarier in American life. He is a man with an evident appetite for suppressing dissent through violence. He's a man who believes security forces should be unleashed from political correctness. He's a man who will not just play to the violent instincts of the crowd, but promise to protect them if they become violent. He's a man arguing for a country where protesting has terrible, terrible consequences, where dissent is put down with force. And his supporters are listening. The results are playing out before us on television night after night. If Donald Trump wins this election and America goes down a dark path, we will never be able to say that we weren't warned. We'll never be able to say we didn't know what was coming. Donald Trump was very clear. He told us all and we saw it. We knew exactly what he was. The question is whether we'll reject it.